The energetic reign of Henry II, fraught as it was with the disastrous murder of his friend and former Chancellor, Archbishop Thomas Becket of Canterbury, ended miserably. His 4 sons in open rebellion left the succession to the throne a question mark. It was to be his second son, Richard, known as the Lionheart, who assumed the crown. But he turned his back on England and embarked on a crusade to rescue Jerusalem from the clutches of the Muslim infidel. The situation is best described in Churchill's words. Richard Coeur de Lion was in England only twice for a few short months in his 10 years' reign. His life was one magnificent parade, which when ended left only an empty plain. Empty, that is, but for Richard's unfortunate brother, John, who was made responsible for raising the money for the Lionheart's exploits.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Do not worry, he never makes long speeches.
No, it's a battle, I mean.
Ah.
I only got on the ship 3 hours ago. My leg still feels strange in its poxy hot.
The battle will not last long. We always win.
I know, but somebody's going to be killed.
Well, yes, of course.
I got a feeling it's going to be me.
No. My advice is, do not be too brave. Never advance alone. Stay by me. And don't retreat alone, either.
I think I'm going to be sick.
All
right,
good.
lads.
Good.
Let's have a bit of hatch for the holies.
In the name of the Father. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost, I commend your souls in this great battle. May the Lord defend you from the weapons of the infidels, so that we may win this holy land for Christendom. Amen. Now, a few words from our general, the leader and the god of this glorious crusade. Richard, King of England, Lord of Ireland, Duke of Aquitaine.
Today we face another battle in our great crusade. Then let us face it joyously. Courage! We must fight our cause with courage. I know you have that courage in your belly. But they call me the Leonard, and I know your hearts, and your hearts are the hearts of Leonard. And now a few words to our new recruits. This will be your first battle. It will also be your first victory. But remember, slaughter the infidel. But if you can take a few prisoners who look as if they might be worth a ransom, so much the better. And hack your way through Saladin's army until you reach Jerusalem. Of such a company of Leonards. Right. Trust in God, but fight like the devil.
We sing now. Those of you who are on your first crusade
said I should introduce myself. My name is Blondel. And I have the privilege of being the King's chief troubadour. And before we set off, King Richard has asked me to run through with you the song we always sing before we go into battle. Most of you know it. I wrote it myself, and it starts like this. Crusaders, you can do better than that. That wouldn't frighten a mouse, let alone a Saracen. Come on, all of you this time. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and... It's on the lion, party, party, infidel. The present led before him, his heart is none to bear. Suddenly strikes the earth, he takes Jerusalem is there. It's the lion, party, party, infidel. The present led before him, his heart is none to bear.
Open up in the name of the king. Open up. Open up!
God almighty, what's this? How many of you are there?
We're not here for pleasure, madam. We're here for money.
I'll keep one man already, thank you.
You are Margaret?
Margaret the Harlot, that's right. Can I help you, gentlemen?
You can help King Richard in his holy crusade.
So she paid nothing last year, sir. There was no answer when we knocked.
Then you'll pay 10 silver pieces now, madam. Hey, no! Have you got that written down?
It's wet, so it makes it very difficult to write.
Dry weather clerk's no use to me. Right, man, right.
I'd pay up quickly if I were you. He's in a black humour today.
Oh, well. Since it's for King Richard, bless him, I'll not grudge it.
Well said, madam. Who lives across the street?
Bertram Blacksmith. You'll have little luck there. He's not done well this year.
10 silver pieces.
Philip, I'll get them.
Open up in the name of the king. Open up. Bertram Blacksmith. What if I am?
You would do well to treat us squarely, Blacksmith. We're King Richard's men, come to collect money for his great crusade.
3 silver pieces?
3 silver pieces.
3 silver pieces.
3. I can't pay that. No money.
Guards!
He says he's got no money, sir.
Then let him show our horses. And when he's done, take up his hammer, get the Beck's boat bound eastward and fight alongside the Crusaders. On!
One moment, sir.
I've some goods that you can take instead. Some finely woven cloth that my mother sent me. Some pots and some
Write it down, hey, no. Write it down.
Keep moving there.
Yes, sir.
Prince John is a great believer in punctuality, and that includes his bath time.
Yes, sir.
Less noise!
Good.
You have a lot to learn, William.
Oh, I wants to learn, sir.
Yes, a lot to learn. Things you never dreamt about on that farm of yours.
Yes, sir.
Hey!
Oh, sir.
3 hot, 2 cold.
Yes, sir. 3 hot, 2 cold. 3 hot, 2 cold.
Now that you've joined Prince John's household, you must quickly learn your place.
Yes, sir.
Who am I?
Your Master Lewis, Prince John's bathman, sir.
Correct, William. And so I supervise the making of the prince's bath, don't I?
Yes, sir.
And you fill up the bath, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And for your work, you will be paid 1 halfpenny a day.
It's a generous wage, sir.
By country standards, yes, William. But we mustn't let it go to our heads, must we? We mustn't imagine we are persons of importance now, must we?
You're important, sir.
No. The prince is all important. We are like fleas upon a stallion's back. And though I am a greater flea than you, I still remain a flea.
As you will, sir.
Listen and learn, you Saxon peasant.
Thank you, sir.
And keep moving.
Yes, sir. Three hot, 2 cold.
Good. That will do. Go to the hall and eat. When you've eaten, come back here and empty the royal bath.
Yes, sir. Sir, you'll find me a willing flea, sir.
Yes, William. Now, hop away and eat your dinner.
You're too late.
I've been working, love.
Don't love me, peasants.
Oh, well, I'm hungry.
Don't you curse at all. I'm a religious woman.
Well, I'm quite religious, but I'm very hungry.
You're new.
Yes.
What's your rank?
I'm a Ur. No, don't crack that one. Everyone does that. I've only just started. Everyone says it. What do you do? I'm a Ur. Uric? No, please don't do that one. I'd rather go empty.
So, you're a Ura. Bathing. I can't think why the prince wants to boil himself like a radish. Just this once.
Oh, thank you.
I'll see if there's any gruel left.
Drop of wine, love.
Wine is for the high table only. Might be a drop of air left over, but never be late in my hall again.
Oh, comforting. Bath is comforting.
Yes, Your Grace. I believe they were invented by the Romans.
Yes. Great fighters. The Romans. But at the end of the day, they also like their comfort. You see, I need comfort, Louis. I am a man who needs comforting.
Is anything troubling you, Your Grace?
Oh, another message from Palestine. From my brother, Richard.
Is the king well, Your Grace?
But he does not say if he's well or ill. He does not say if he's victorious or defeated. He simply asks for more money. Money, money! I am a prince, not a tax gatherer. Money! Well, I can hardly afford to feed my own household. Well, as you very well know. Let alone a horde of wild crusaders. Oh, yes, nice.
Nasty out, is it?
Nasty? Hardly an adequate description for a second deluge. I'm going to stay up all night building an ark.
Are you really? I never seen an ark. I didn't know they still made them. I'd like to see one, though, an ark, with all those animals on board. Here, you'll have to keep them apart, won't you? Hmm? You can't go mixing up snakes and dogs and apes and unicorns and badgers, well, can you? Well, can you? I'd leave out snakes if I was you. I often wonder why Noah didn't leave out the snakes.
I expect God told Noah that he had to make a choice, either all the animals or none of them.
Well, I'd take them all, rather than leave them all behind. Well, I wouldn't want my children saying, what happened to all the cats, Daddy? Well, I let them all drown. No, that wouldn't do, would it?
You have children?
No, not yet, but I hope so.
Oh, you're late, Master Eno.
I have been trudging through the mud of this saturated town on the business of King Richard and Prince John.
Well, it's very awkward.
I understand, Mr. Charlotte, I do understand. You should, by all that's right and proper, be dining beside your kitchen fire this very moment. However, if you could just see...
I'll go and see what's left, Master Eno.
You melted her, didn't you? Are you very important? I'm not.
My name is Haino.
Haino?
Haino. I travel with the Master Marshal when he gathers taxes, and I write down whatever contributions we receive.
You write? Does it take long to learn? I mean, you have to remember all those different kinds of letters, don't you?
Oh, that's not the hardest part.
What's the hardest part?
Getting drenched.
Well, you'll be dry when you've finished your ark. Here, I could give you a hand. I'm not much of a carpenter, but I carries a big load. Broad back, that's what Master Lewis said. That's why he picked me.
The ark I spoke of was a fancy. Don't you see? It was a story.
You're not really building an ark, then?
No. I don't think things are as bad as that.
Now,
Thank you, Mr.
now,
Charlotte.
Master Eno, you up that down before it gets cold.
Oh, dear, it's lukewarm.
That's what I mean. You up it down before it gets cold.
She must have been quite pretty.
Who? Oh. You work for Master Lewis?
I'm William. I'm new. I carry the buckets of hot water for Prince John's bath. Well, when he wants a bath, that is.
Oh, you're a Jura. Yes. And someday you hope to be the royal bathman.
Well, I suppose so. But I likes being in the court anyway.
Why?
Well, wants to travel all over the country.
Oh, why?
Well, meet interesting people. See a bit of life.
Well, I'm soaking wet and I'd rather stay at home.
Well, you've seen it all, I suppose.
Seen a great deal. Yes, I've seen a great deal.
I've seen Chester.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Great city, Chester. I saw giants in Chester.
Giants?
It was on the eve of the festival of John the Baptist. When I was standing in the street in Chester. Oh, good, my uncle had died. And suddenly, round the corner, came 4 great giants. A father and a mother giant and 2 giant children. Of course, I mean, I could see they weren't real.
Not real giants.
Oh, no, they was all shiny, gold and silver leaf, all shiny. Beautiful giants. Oh, and behind them came a big dromedary. And then a unicorn with a twisted golden horn. Oh, and a huge lumpy camel. And a donkey. Oh, and there was an enormous dragon with smoke. And everyone was shouting. And I shouted too. Oh, and there was a man in armour. There was an elephant and castle, pipes and tabors playing. Oh, and a gang of men dancing with garlands, kicking up their knees. Oh, yes. There was a wild man, all furry, chasing the girls. Oh, I did have a time in Chester.
Oh, yes, you're right, William. You should travel. While you're still young enough. Oh, dear, I'm frozen to the marrow.
I tell you what, part of my job is to empty Prince John's bathwater.
Oh, yeah?
Well, still be hot. He's done with it by now.
What do you mean? But I don't take baths.
Well, you should. Makes you feel wonderful. Warms you right to your skin, right into your bones.
Prince John?
No. He's off drinking with his knights. Come on, I'll show you. Oh, that's good. I thought you'd enjoy it, Your Grace.
Don't call me that, William.
Oh, sorry, Master. I was just pretending that I was the royal bathman.
You pretended under your breath. Otherwise, you'll find yourself left in a forest with your tongue nailed to a tree.
Yes, Master, I know. I meant no harm at all. Here. Have you seen him?
Who?
Oh, King Richard.
Yes, I saw Coeur de Lion once on the one occasion he visited England.
Coeur de Lion? What's that mean?
French for heart of a lion.
Heart of a lion?
Yes, you know, brave like a lion.
Well, our lions brave. I always thought they had big teeth and big claws, and they pounced on people like this. Ah! Oh, sorry,
William.
Master, you know.
Our lions are traditionally regarded as brave, William.
All right.
And while we stay safe at home, King Richard is on this great crusade. He faces much worse dangers than lions as he rides across the blazing wastes of Palestine towards Jerusalem. Oh, William. Oh.
So, our castle was surrounded, right? They thought they were going to eat us for dinner, didn't they, Blondel?
That's what they thought, sir.
Yes, but they reckoned without my mother. Ooh la la. Wonderful woman. Wonderful woman! Just like a man. When it came to war. So, there we were, well and truly besieged. We'd even eaten the dogs, and then, one night, down the river, came 100 little silent boats, full of my mother's soldiers, swords and spears. Ah, swords and spears. They cut those archers into mincemeat.
Oh, you little trouble-shooter fool, you son of a camel-turd man! Move!
Henfrey! Stand fire! What have you got there, Bernard?
It's your new helmet, tabard and shield for tomorrow's battle, Your Grace.
Always the same with armor. You never get it till just before you go into action, and then there's no time to get the feel of it. All right, let's see it.
Oh, Grace.
The visor is a little high.
Well, you can rely on me to fix that, Your Grace.
Yes, lower the visor. I'd like to see who I'm fighting.
Tabard, Your Grace.
Oh, yes, magnifique, huh? I like it, yes, that's a good fit. And the shield?
Shield.
It's a little tight in here.
Well, you can rely on me to see to that, Your Grace.
What do you think, Blondel?
Dazzling, sir.
There's just one thing.
What?
Well, the cross, sir.
Perfectly good cross.
It's simply that the French king wears...
He wears the cross, too.
He started wearing the lilies of France again, sir.
Oh, mad Coron! Oh. Bernard.
Yes, Your Highness.
No cross.
No cross?
No! I'll have lions. English lions, and make them rampant, eh? Ferocious!
Oh, it shall be done, Your Highness.
And Blondel, let's have a song.
Your beauty, lady fair, none views without delight.
What's that noise?
It's your men are putting the hostages to death, Your Highness.
I see. They've started, eh? Well, that's 2,000 infidels less, eh?
Your beauty, lady fair, none views without delight, but still so cold an air, no passion can excite.
Citizens of Lancaster! This is ruining my trade!
Is that a fire?
Come
on! Siege! You know what time it is.
Order, all my men will teach you order. You set this cart down here. Pick up that fillet.
This is no routine levy. Your own king, Richard the Lionheart, has been imprisoned by the treachery of the Duke of Austria and the perfidious Emperor of Germany.
Oh, there's no villain in all Christendom durst do that to our king.
Your own king!
There's no castle strong enough to hold King Richard.
Is there a ransom set?
How much they asking?
It is the highest ransom ever asked for one man, but remember that one man is your king, Richard the Lionheart.
How much?
150,000 marks.
There's no such money in all England.
That's monstrous.
Oh, yes,
That's
there
monstrous.
is.
Hidden under floorboards and mattresses, buried in gardens, locked away in cupboards. We shall sniff it out.
King Richard's only spent 6 months of his life in England.
You're a very well-informed man, sir. What's your name?
My name's Bertram. I'm a blacksmith, and I've paid me taxes.
Write that down, Philip. We travel on the king's business, Bertram. And we travel with the king's men-at-arms.
And so?
Enough said, friend. Pay generously and quickly, otherwise you'll have your nose cut off. We took 5 noses yesterday.
Come on, love, pay up. He's a brave man. We must pay his ransom.
Well, I'd rather he had me money than me nose. God save the king.
God save the king. Bring back my savings.
You will massage my neck and upper shoulders.
Yes, Your Grace. Like this, Your Grace.
Well, harder!
Yes, Your Grace.
Yes. Yes, Louis taught you well. Tell me, William, what did you observe on your journey to London?
Well, I was riding too hard to observe much, Your Grace.
Yes, but you must have stopped to change horses. Did you notice anything unusual?
Well, yes, Your Grace.
Well, tell me.
Oh, we stopped at a village, and there was a crowd by the duck pond, you see, where they'd taken an old owl and tied it on the back of a duck, and they stuck him on the pond. Well, the duck kept diving underwater to escape from the owl.
Yes, look,
no,
William, look, William, no, William!
Sorry.
Look, when I asked if you saw anything unusual, I meant this. I mean, were there signs of unrest? Did you hear any murmurings against me?
No, none, Your Grace.
No, but then you didn't fall into conversation with any damn barons, did you?
No barons, Your Grace.
I don't think the barons want my blood, William. With God's teeth, they want my power, schemers, everyone.
So I've heard tell, Your Grace.
See any bishops? Talk with any monks?
No, none, Your Grace. Oh, I saw a barmaid, Your Grace.
Yes, Beryl, William, Beryl. I don't...
Beryl, yes, Your Grace.
The barons are threatening me, William. It's not enough that the French should steal my lands in Normandy. Oh, no, no. It's not enough that the Pope should threaten to excommunicate me. No, no. Those scurvy barons are banding together. A pack of wolves. But before this here is out, I shall have the... Excellent, William. Excellent.
Aren't you going to watch the hunt, William?
No. I don't feel as much like going. It's a funny thing to say to an Englishman. I gets upset about animals. I saw a terrible thing the other day in this muddy little village. There was a crowd by the duck pond, you see. Well, they'd taken an old owl and tied it on the back of a duck and stuck him on the pond. Well, the duck kept diving underwater to escape from the owl. Well, whenever it came up, the owl hooted, because it was frightened and half drowned. Well, the hooting frightened the duck, so the duck went down again.
What happened?
Well, the owl drowned, and they stoned the duck to death.
The world's full of cruelty, William.
I know it is. Well, my brother had his hand cut off for stealing a chicken, too. But this is different. This is clever cruelty. The world don't make sense to me. Here, I know. What was in God's mind when he made us?
Well, I think, I don't know, William.
You must know. You've been educated. You studied the Bible.
Well, my tutor would say that it was more a question of faith than education. God made the world, so the world makes sense. I think we'd better leave it at that, don't you?
Hey, what's the matter? Have you sworn an oath?
An oath?
Well, did they teach you what the world means? They make you swear an oath that you wouldn't let on to simple folk like me.
I'd tell you if I knew, William.
Well, you must know. You've been educated.
But they never taught us what the world means.
Well, didn't you ask?
We weren't encouraged to ask. No, truly, William, you are my brother. I swear that if I ever find out what the world means, I will tell you. There.
If you find out in the middle of the night, you wake me up and tell me.
William. Ah. How goes the chase, my fine peacock?
I search for the word. Grotesque. Mistress Hale.
Aye, sir.
Your Norman hunts were more elegant.
I tell you, clerk, at least King Richard had style.
King Richard is dead.
And you think you're half alive with your continuous chatter, your ink and bathwater.
Better than serenading the king's catabites.
Sneer if you will. But I am proud to have been his singer.
Now, which one of you gentlemen was wanting ale?
Thank you. Did you know that there was a Norman troubadour called Talifa once at the Battle of Hastings in the old days? And before the fighting started, he stood in the middle of the two armies, threw his sword into the air 3 times and caught it by the point, then took the hilt and charged straight into the English ranks alone. And they called troubadours effeminate.
God's word as revealed in Pomfret! Hear the word of the Lord from Pomfret! Hear the Wakefield mysteries! Hear Peter Pomfret revealed! To know the world! Come on! Hear Peter Pomfret revealed God's word!
I will tell my story here.
But, Father, how can you preach God's word outside a common tavern?
I will preach God's word outside the gates of hell. Get them out of there.
Come on, hear the word. Hear my father speak that word, you ragamuffin.
They call me Peter of Pomfret.
They call me William of the Washtub.
Oh, come on, give us a song, huh?
Hold your tongue! He has the power to curse. Yes, hold your tongue. Let's hear the story.
It's a good story.
I heard the story about a
Down, horsey, down.
I am sent among you to tell you a strange story. On a certain island lived a good king with 2 sons. The first son was a giant made of silver, and the second son was a dwarf made of wood.
I knew a dwarf once. It was only about so hard.
And as the old king was dying, he called his two sons to him and he said, I am dying. I bequeath to you 2 items of the most powerful qualities. A golden lion and an oaken treasure chest. You must choose between.
They choose.
And then the old man dies. And so, the first son, the giant made of silver, becomes the king. And he went straight to the den of the golden lion, threw a collar around its neck, and led him over the seas and into the great world. He led him through black forests and over waterless deserts. And wherever they walked together, that lion, in his golden fury, attacked those who were wicked. And as he sank his teeth into the wicked became good again. And so was spared. And the giant, made of silver, marveled at the power of the lion. But as he marveled, a most wicked arrow struck him through the back and pierced his silver heart.
Oh, evil, evil.
And he died. And so the second son, the dwarf, made of wood, became king. And he chained up the lion and had the oak treasure chest carried to a great cart. And he rode around the highways of the island, forcing the rich and the poor alike to pour everything they had into the chest. But the magic of the chest was this, that no matter how much gold and silver and treasure went into the chest was never full.
How could that be?
And when he saw this, the wooden dwarf king flew into a rage and blasphemed mightily and cried out for more treasure. And those who would not put all they had into the chest, he punished most cruelly. Yes, yes, even the clergy and the monks of the island.
Evil man.
And the people murmured against him.
He's talking about King John.
No, he's just telling one of those old stories.
Talking about King John and King Richard.
Here, wait. Are you talking about the king?
If you believe that King John is a dwarf made out of wood, then for you, it is a parable about King John.
Tell me, how does the story end?
No man knows how the story ends. But I will tell you this, that before next Ascension Day, the crown of the wooden dwarf king will have passed to another.
You're all comfort. Your story is over. Now you come with us, and we'll tell you.
Maybe a holy man, but he's an unholy fool. Quite to talk about his king in that way.
I was quite enjoying it until I realised what he meant. Past midnight, you know. It's time for your bed.
Not going to bed.
You'll be irritable tomorrow.
This has got to be finished by the morning. Bells and barons should be found only by their equals, not according to the gravity of their offence. I'm only halfway through.
Halfway through what?
This monster, the articles of the barons. It has to be ready for the king's seal tomorrow morning, or the barons will cut me to shreds.
That's hard. Well, what's all this writing about?
Rights and duties and things.
You better put one in about the rights to a good night's sleep.
Huh?
You know. No, go on, you have a bit. Make you feel better.
Oh, thank you. Now, run along, there's a good fellow.
No, I'd rather stay. I can wake you up if you nods off. You know, I like to watch you write. You'll teach me one day, won't you?
Yes, when I have the time. When I have the time.
Ain't no... Shush. Ain't no the clerk. Yeah.
Oh. You don't know me.
No, I don't.
But I'm the mayor of a small town not very far from here.
What town's that?
Oh, well, the name of the town doesn't really matter.
Oh, well, I'm just curious by nature.
Oh, yeah. Well, Master Eno...
Yes.
No, I'm William.
Oh, Master Eno. I was wondering if there was anything in those articles about bridges.
Bridges? I can't recall anything about bridges.
Oh, quite important things, bridges.
Especially when you want to cross a river.
Pardon?
When you want to cross a river.
Oh, yeah. Expensive things, though, bridges. I mean, don't you think that towns shouldn't have to pay for building bridges just because they happen to be near a river?
Well, I don't know. I've never thought about it.
Well, our citizens have thought about it, and they've made a they've made a little collection. Now, I was wondering if you could put something in those articles about bridges. I mean, something like, no town or person shall be forced to build bridges over rivers except those with an ancient obligation to do so.
Well, that seems very reasonable to me.
Oh, much obliged, much obliged. The name of the town is... Well, come and see us if you're in the neighborhood. We'll make sure you're well entertained.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Good night, my ducks.
Right.
Thank you.
I thought I was important, scrubbing the king's back and listening to his troubles. But you're really important now, ain't you?
Well, I don't feel important, William. My hand's got cramp. Hey, anybody there? Hey! Anybody here? Hey, you scribbler, come over here. Now, where are the rest of the barons?
I believe they've all gone to Staines.
Staines? Abominable behavior. I've written all night. They damn well should have waited. We're supposed to draw up these articles. Who the devil are you, anyway?
Wait, shh! These are clerks of the Chancery. They're very important people. Are you important?
I'm a baron.
Aye?
Of course I'm a baron. Don't I look like a baron?
I suppose you do.
Of course I do. Oh, so these are the famous articles. Let's have
These, sir!
Is there anything in there about Gerard de Athe? I don't think so. Not by name. Oh, well, there damn well should be. I don't think the council mentioned him. Well, we'd better put him in there, hadn't we? I couldn't do that. No? A little paragraph about Gerard de Athe. I couldn't possibly do that. Could you possibly find your way to inserting a very small paragraph about Gerard de Athe? I very much doubt it. Would you like to dictate it? Good man. We will remove completely from their offices the kinsmen of Gerard de Athe, and in future they shall hold no further offices in England. Yes, the people concerned are Engelard de Ségoin, Guy de Ségoin, Andrew, Peter and Guy de Chanceau, Geoffrey de Martigny and his brothers, Philip Mark and his brothers, and his nephew Geoffrey. Yes, and all their followers. Look, you will leave out the little bits where I said, oh yes, won't you? You know, I'm not sure this is in order. I expect this will find its way into the charter, but I must say, you two fellows certainly do know what's good for you. Excuse me, but could you tell me the way to Staines?
Here, you're not going to put all that rubbish in that official document, are you?
Well, he's a baron. These are the baron's articles.
Business is good tonight, you know. You couldn't put in something, could you, about Bathman? Hmm?
Oh, I don't think so, William. They know that we're friends. I think it'd be too obvious.
Yes, I suppose it will, but I just think if a lord orders a bath, then changes his mind, well, he ought to be liable to pay for that bath.
That's it,
Without the delight, my heart feels so cold. How goes it, my friends?
I'm slightly drunk. Even for a troubadour. Hey, did you hear what happened to that hairy hermit?
Oh, Peter Pomfret?
Pomfret, that's the one. Well, he was, Oh, Jesus. And his son, too, king's orders. But the real joke is, his prophecy came true.
How be that, then?
Well, the hermit said that King John would lose his crown before Ascension Day. And the day before Ascension Day, King John handed over all his sovereign powers to the Pope in return for being unexcommunicated. So, you see, he lost his crown.
Well, drunk or not, Blondel, you should watch your tongue. And please take your hand off my articles.
So these are the famous demands. Anything in there about troubadours? Make way for the king. Would you like to hear my new song, sir?
God.
Oh, King Richard always expected a ballad on important occasions.
What is this ballad?
Huh? Well, it's a little bit rough, sir. I've got a bit of a cold, but well, it starts like this. In Runnymede, King John was sat in state. In Runnymede,
I'll Runnymede you, obscene! The name of Runnymede will be scratched off all the maps. I'll give you a Runnymede. I'll give you white hot irons. I'll be a Runnymede. And don't stare at me with those stupid Runnymede eyes. Guards, take this corncrake out of here. Throw it in the Thames. At the Runnymede he loves so well. And make sure he never comes within 20 miles of our person. Late King Richard, Dick the daring. I am the king. Yes, I am the king. Now that all kings are surrounded by ghosts, ghosts of former favorites, ghosts of ancestors, ghosts of enemies destroyed, I am the king, and I am not afraid of ghosts. The Blondel ghost is one ghost too many. I am the king, and my power is very great, and my power is in my hand, and if my eye offend me, I shall pluck it out. And so I plucked out that jumped-up minstrel. Yes, I plucked him out all right into the grubby river at Runnymede. I shall place my curse upon the name of Runnymede. Yes, a great curse. So that anyone who mentions that name will die in sudden agony. No. Slow agony. Yes, so that the first baron who saunters into his castle and says to his wife, "Hey, yes, we took care of the king. How did you do that?" "Well, we cornered him at Runnymede." He'll fall down like this and die in tumultuous pain. "Oh, Jesus, save me!" Yes, that's what he'll cry. But nothing will save him, because he pronounced the name on which I have set my curse. My curse. May the name of Runnymede henceforth become the death of all those who pronounce it. It will work. There is no man on earth who can take that power away from me. The Pope, what's he up to? Innocent of their good deed. He's about as innocent as a consecrated viper. Oh, the barons. The barons are eating my land. They're eating my power. They're eating my head. They're eating my crown. They're eating my crown. Oh, God's blood! They're eating my crown. Oh. Yes, William, what is it?
The bath's ready, Your Grace.
No. No, I don't bath.
It's nice not, Your Grace. You always sleeps better after a bath.
Have some.
That's right, Your Grace. Best Runnymede water.
Down on your knees!
A knighthood? Your Grace, I'm not worthy.
Knighthood? No. I was going to sever your wooden head from you. No, I'll spare you that. Clerk! I need a clerk! Hinault to the table, Hinault! Proclamation! Well, the meat of it is that anyone who mentions the word Runnymede is under the king's curse and must be exiled from these realms that applies to you, William.
Your Grace, I mean, all I said was Runnymede.
Silence! Hinault, put that proclamation into official language and have it promulgate it. My guards, you'll take William and put him on the highway and point him in the direction of the nearest port.
Your Grace, I beg forgiveness. I've been a faithful servant.
Hinault, you're thinking. I can hear you thinking. Click, click, click goes your little brain. What is it, Hinault?
Highness, the matter of William's exile.
William is exiled at all.
I think it might be as well if we just checked.
What are you doing with that damn thing?
No. No, that's not it. Yes, here we are. No free man shall be seized or imprisoned or be stripped of his right or possessions or outlawed or exiled or deprived of his standing in any other way, etc., except by the lawful judgment of his equals or by the law of the land.
God brought that charter! It's a forest full of man's blood! William, come here. William, you're not exiled.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Is my bath prepared?
Yes, it is, Your Grace.
Oh, Hinault, you might let it be known that anyone who mentions the name of that place in my presence will be buried alive. I mean, it doesn't say anything in the charter about burying people alive, does it, Hinault?
Well, that was a near one. Oh, thank you, Eno. You're a brave clerk. Brave as a knight.
Brave? But you're my friend.
Yeah, but we're different. You got brains. I'm just a bathman.
William, I have spent much of my life with the most sophisticated, educated, critical clerks of my time. They gave me some things, yes, understanding of a sort. They made me imagine things outside myself. They never gave me friendship. And they couldn't tell stories, and you can.
William the bathman.
Yes, that's me.
You're to come with us. King's orders. What are you doing? Oh, you'll find out soon enough. We've been told we can do whatever we like with him. And we got ideas, haven't we?
Oh, yeah. We got ideas, all right.
But there are rules. There are new rules.
Come on.
There are rules.
Oh, yes.
There are rules. There are thousands of rules. But where we do our work, down 28 stone steps. Where do we do our work? Down where there are no windows. Where we do our work in the stone dungeon of an isolated castle. Well, we haven't got a copy of the rules. You stick to your book of rules, Clark. You do what you like with them up there. But we are taking William the bathman down there. You want to come with us?
Hey, no! The king promised!
William!